it'll only take 1 second to remove. Next. There's one more about the moon. Oh, right. Dude, I'm talking too much.
I think that's okay.
No, I'm talking way too much. No, go back to the moon.
Oh, go back to the moon.
Because the moon is a really weird object, actually. The weather, no.
Huh?
The weather up there is really weird.
Another moon picture?
Yeah.
Between 4 and 5?
It was moon 4, so it's got to be 4B, something like that.
5B, 3B. Anyone see a 4B?
I'll just talk about it. The moon, the days on the moon are 13 days long, and the nights are 13 nights long. So the climate on the moon is really weird. During the day, we have temperatures of 100 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know, do you understand Celsius? It's like boiling water. During the day, you can boil water, you can break an egg and it will start boiling, something like that. And then at night, it cools down to minus 175 degrees. Very cool, awesome. So at night, it cools down to minus 175. So we have the distance, there's a vacuum-like atmosphere, like all over in space, right? We have no air in space. It's all vacuum. We have no sounds, nothing. Good. Next.
Actually, all here.
Jupiter. Nice. This is the biggest of all planets. This is a gas-like planet, just like Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. This is, this is nice. This is that major storm that's been discovered 300 years ago.
The storm that never stops.
Never stops. It's an ongoing storm.
How big is that? It's really big, right?
Yeah, this is like, this looks like if the world would be here, the Earth, it would be like the same size.
Right.
So the whole thing is like 1,000 times bigger than the Earth. But the whole planet is 1,000 times smaller than the Sun. Jupiter is a gas planet, so outside it's really cold. Again, why? Because it's so far away from the Sun. It's the 5th planet from the Sun. So again, we're talking like, I don't know, minus 200 degrees on the surface. But as you go deeper towards the core of the planet, it gets hotter. And it gets really, really hot. In the center of Jupiter, we have a core that's around 20,000 degrees, which that's like hotter than the Sun in the core. So, but the problem, if you move in towards this gas mass, at some point you'll reach 20 degrees. But the problem is that the pressure is so much higher. So the pressure is like 100 times more than air. So the temperature will be fine, but the pressure will not be fine. So out there, it's really, everything's a bit crazy. It's like impossible to live there. Next. Yes. We have it again. 1,000 times bigger. Gas planet. There are 63 orbiting moons. That's a lot. I mean, when we grew up, we always talked about like 4 or 5 moons, right? Orbiting Jupiter. I only knew that. Lately I checked the internet. It's like, by the way, in the solar system we have like 163 moons. And, I mean, Dan, right? You were like, I don't believe that. That can't be right. But it just shows how science is changing, these days. Inventions are being made so quickly. And, like one day it's that, and the next week or something, you'll find something completely. We'll talk about that again later when I'll talk about the size of the universe, where it gets really crazy. Oh, this is, as we all know, Saturn. sixth of all planets. We'll have a lot to read next.
Next.
Saturn has 9 rings consisting mostly of ice, particles with a smaller amount of rocky debris. This is like waste material and dust. 62 known moons as well, so it's close to Jupiter. Yes?
Next.
Next. I don't know if you can read that. The rings extend from 6,630 kilometers to 120,700 kilometers above Saturn's equator. Average approximately 20 meters in thickness. So this thing is crazy wide, right? It's like this huge disk. Huge. But it's only 20 meters thick. And are composed of 93% water ice with a smattering of, what's that, dolin? Impurities. This is something that really exists in space. And 7% amorphous carbon. The particles that make up the rings range in size from specks of dust to the size of a small automobile. Since pure water ice is white, it is believed that different colors in the rings reflect different amounts of contamination by other materials, such as rock or carbon compounds. So I don't know if you understand this. This is what makes the colors of the rings. It's just like we've just got like different impurities, and that makes up the colors of the disk. Temperature, again crazy. The tilt of Saturn's axis causes the sun heat the planet's northern and southern halves unequally, resulting in seasons and temperatures changes. Each season lasts about 7.5 Earth years. 7.5 years for one season. Very different. Because Saturn takes about 29 times as long to go around the sun as the Earth does. Saturn's temperature is always much colder than Earth's because Saturn is so far from the sun. The temperature at the top of Saturn's clouds averages minus 285 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 175 Celsius. Ice cold. Ice cold. There's nothing out there. Oh, now the sound file, does that work? I found this file on the internet. It shows how would Saturn sound? The sound of Saturn.
This one? Oh, it is?
Yeah, nice. It's not very nice. This is good for teaching when you can't control the kids. You just play this file. Well, the thing is that actually when you're there, if you will be there, you wouldn't hear anything, because we're out of space. But they have like radio transformers, so they transform the signals into a radio signal or something and produce the sound. Why does it sound like that? Well, it sounds a bit weirder than Jupiter and Uranus and Neptune, but they sound similar actually. They all have these weird sounds, but this one is a bit more intense. I would assume because of the rings. This disk is moving very quickly. It's like, I'm not quite sure, I think it was 10,000 kilometers. Voyager 1. Nice. This beautiful thing was sent off in 1977 to explore Saturn and Jupiter. And they put like a disk inside with like the major hits of the world, like #1 hits. So if an alien or somebody would find that disc, they would hear the music from our planet. And also like different greetings from all over the world. Ni hao.
That was on a golden phonograph.
Yeah. And also they have like this manual how to build a machine to listen to the disc. Pretty fun. So this thing just flew on and on and on and on and never broke down, and it's been flying for, you know, over, what is that, 30 years? 721 kilograms only. And by now it's reached the outskirts of our solar system. It's reached Jupiter. It's reached the Kuiper belt. Well, it's actually beyond Jupiter. Jupiter doesn't belong to, isn't a planet anymore. So here you see that. Nice. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 are at similar positions, but Voyager 1 is further outside. Cool. Pioneer is not further. Voyager 1 is the furthest satellite. Cool. Next.
You didn't feel that, did you?
What? There was an earthquake?
I always look for things randomly. That's how I know. Go ahead, sorry.
You didn't feel that, Stephen? I didn't feel that.
Standing up.
I was thinking about Voyager. All right, here we have, okay, this is a big one. Here we